Hi YouTube, Think Vesting here, and just checking in with everybody. Hoping everyone is okay, safe, and still have some gainful employment. Just showing and sharing what the premiums here are like for silver here in Singapore. Prices are still quite elevated, and somewhere in the realm of about 15 to 20% on 100 ounce bars. And my pre-COVID reference rate was somewhere in the realm of about 5%, so that's still quite high. For gold, my reference rate for a 100-gram gold bar was about 1% or a little bit below 1%. And now prices are about a little bit over 3% in terms of premium. And so I've been watching all of your stacking videos with a bit of envy because we have had to shift a lot of our cash flow to making sure we survive this pandemic. We've been sending home a lot more money overseas to our home country, and that's to help tide over some of the amortizations for some of the rental income that we had lost because of the pandemic. So I don't quite know how soon things will go back to normal there. Some say schools will face-to-face schools will be resuming in August. Some say it will resume sometime in January. So the farther off that opening date is, then the farther out our rental income is, and it's hitting us hard. So in any case, most of our stock is in gold. We have very little to no exposure right now to silver, and so I've been noticing a lot of your videos and wanted to have a bigger exposure to silver. We wanted to add about maybe as a goal, maybe about 300 ounces, and to use that to trade off in the gold to silver ratio later on. So 300 with about a 70 to 1 ratio maybe is good enough to get me about 4, if it was 60, maybe 5 gold coins. So that's the goal. But I don't want to pay 15% premiums right now, 15 to 20% premiums right now. And it's a bit higher in the smaller denominations and smaller weights, like the kilos and the 10 ounces. And we can't really invest that much right now in terms of free cash flow because we are rerouting everything right now. So I wanted to have a solution where it was okay to invest in small amounts. I didn't want to pay the high premiums. I wanted to be able to use credit cards if it was an overseas kind of account, and I wanted low premiums. I didn't want to have to go through very large spreads in between the buy and sell price. And I wanted liquidity. I didn't want to be chasing people down or going to the bullion store to be able to sell my silver bars in the future. And so because of this kind of criteria that I had in my mind for managing silver moving forward, I was led to ONEGOLD among several other digital precious metals platforms. You have another one from Bullion Vault, for example, and Gold Money. So a lot of these online platforms where you can invest in gold and silver, and you have the optionality to convert these in the future. So anyway, I chose ONEGOLD because one, it was backed by APMEX and Sprott, and one of the partner organizations was Royal Canadian Mint. So these are the same people who are distributing gold coins, bars, and silver coins and bars to you anyway. And the Royal Canadian Mint is also one of the trusted names for bullion. There was a low premium and low spread for silver, though at current conditions they have elevated premiums of something like 2% for silver and 1% for gold. It gets much lower once things return back to normal. I wanted credit card options for purchasing, basically because if you tried investing in some of these online platforms for digital precious metals, some of them only take in a wire transfer, and that's very problematic with small amounts because the wire transfer fees will eat you up. So the credit card feature is gives me an option. Of course, what that does is it also hits me with a service fee and a currency conversion fee. But even if I factor those currency conversion and convenience fee for our service fee for the credit cards, the premium is still way below the current premiums of about 15 to 20%. And I wanted digital metal in terms of silver. I didn't want to have the hassle of having to maintain it, store it, and so I've had the experience before of managing just 80 ounces, but comes with its own set of problems, especially when I was selling it. So I think if I wanted to grow it to a sizable level, it would be more of a hassle in the future dealing with that weight. So I didn't mind giving up the premium of the potential premium of having a physical product if there was a crisis or something like that, because our current experience has been like even if the bullion dealers were putting in like premiums of like 30 to 50%, they were only willing to give you a very small fraction of that in terms of the premiums they were willing to buy from you. So I don't want to have to deal with chasing customers or chasing buyers for this. I want instant liquidity, and especially with the way price spikes in silver might go. So I just want to rely on the more of the spot price rather than the premiums of physical metal. So I wanted something also highly liquid. I didn't want to have to go to the vault to fetch the metal, and so this basically is something I can manage with a click of a button. And it had multiple redeem options, one of which was to redeem via APMEX products. And so my intention is to buy physical silver and later on to trade these off for gold once we have more favorable gold to silver ratio. So I started off with a few transactions. I started with I think I started with about 10 ounces, 10 plus ounces, but I've worked my way up in the past few days, and now I'm more in the realm of about 36 ounces, with 1 ounce coming because of some of the incentives they have for you for signing up and making your first transaction. So I use that as well. But basically, for the same amount that I pay for a 1 kilo bar, for example, in my local coin store, I can get about 10% more. So about 30, if you was purchasing 32 ounces, I could get somewhere around 35 ounces instead, in the digital format. So I felt that was a good trade. I think this is something that is worth looking at. Maybe not for everybody. I know for some of you, you prefer the physical metal because seeing and holding your metal gives you more security, and that's fine. I want to have the upside potential of silver, though not necessarily having the need to hold the physical metal. Of course, the story is different for me in terms of gold right now. I prefer the physical, especially if I was paying smaller premiums like 1%, 2%, 3%, like that. Okay, so I'm not gonna make this a bit longer. I was hoping to keep this very, very short. If you like or are interested in this platform, I'm gonna leave a referral link below. You don't need to use it. You don't need to use my referral link to sign up. But if you did, then I'd appreciate that. When you use the referral link and you sign up, you get $5 for signing up. And once you do a $100 purchase, you then get another $5 for your use on your next transaction. Well, that's it for this video. As always, I'd like to wish everyone continued prosperity and success, and I look forward to seeing you in the next few videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you. Bye.